Welcome back to another episode of Opening Pandora's Box, where we ask the important questions, like, who would be the worst fictional character to be your roommate?
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Heh.
No.
My personal opinion, probably Moon Knight,
Bipolar disorder?
specifically Stephen Grant.
Which one is that?
Is that the murderous one?
I know nothing about that character.
Me neither.
So, Stephen Grant is the billionaire in the comics,
What? This is Wait, is this? This is
But-
literally Batman.
but in the MCU rendition, he is a cowardice.
Okay, he's the coward one. He's the one that's afraid of his own reflection.
Yeah, he is. He is pretty much worthless, and is also highly. I don't know. So, to really get my point across, imagine this: you go out into your kitchen to get breakfast, and everything is taped shut with locks on it. The front door has several padlocks and taped down the cracks. You go into his room, and there is piles of sand surrounding his bed. You also have to pay half the rent for the house you're living in.
Does he also
And
charge
you-
you for the locks?
Yes. You have to pay half for all the locks he installs. So,
You don't pay for his locks. That's his thing. He buys that.
Yeah, but he's like,
well, but he's the kind of
I'm
guy.
gonna say he's gonna transform into
He
the
doesn't-
murderous version.
So
He's
he's
gonna
just
murder you.
living with a person with a mental illness.
Yeah, he's got bipolar
Well,
disorder
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, but there's three of him.
You also got to remember,
Yeah,
you're
one of them-
basically living with three people.
And two of them are murderers.
Yeah.
Why can't he be rich? Then we can. This sucks.
Well, I mean, do you want? Would you rather the comic book Stephen Grant or the live one? Because the comic
Wait,
book
is
one.
this is the one you're talking about the one from the recent show?
Yes.
I haven't watched it.
Keep in mind, either way, you have to
Oh my
live with a murderous mercenary at night. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say he randomly transforms and murders people
Well,
all the time. So
At
like
least
you
he's
want
not
a guy
murdering
that, like
you, right?
You undo it, like you
Well, no,
leave a
because
lock.
I guess you're kind of like, I don't know, you're like heavy support for him, because where would he live, really? You're like the only person who would take him in.
You're the only one. He's like, you saw the Facebook Marketplace for a roommate. He just takes you in. He's the only one that's still there after a month.
But
just because the rent's pretty
you get,
cheap.
You get the message on like Facebook. He says, "Keep in mind, there are people living in my head."
Is there people living?
He's a god.
But imagine it, like he did all this to become your roommate, and then he becomes murderous and he kills you in his entire house to himself. Plus, what is he, like a billionaire? You said?
Yes.
He's
Not
not,
the-
a millionaire. This version.
Not the
This
one in
guy's
the
a
TV
bum.
show. The one in the TV show works at a museum.
Oh,
In like in the gift shop.
He works at a gift shop.
He works at a gift shop.
He works at a
Okay.
gift shop, and then at night he just murders people.
So like he can
Sort of.
barely pay half the rent.
he's an avatar for the god of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like he should be rolling in it, but he's too cowardly. He's bought too many locks. He's bought too many master locks. They're too bad. Everybody's on YouTube's breaking in.
Imagine asking him, like, coming in, he's like, what do you want to eat? He's like, there's a god living inside my head.
You come in and it's the wrong Steven. And
He's like,
Bro,
oh.
you wake up one morning and it's not Steven, it's Mark Spector.
The worst part
got a
about this,
gun in his hand.
honestly,
You leave one of the locks undone to the cereal cabinet, and he's like, dude, Captain Crunch is coming. He's gonna get me.
I feel like the first day would be the worst, because you would have no idea. It's just this sort of happy cowardice guy, and then he returns from like an 8-hour period where
Grueling
he's just
shift at his
gone.
museum gift shop.
You hear nothing from him for 8 hours, and then he comes through your front door covered in like human blood and like he has weapons all over his body, you know.
His face.
is he
all
wearing
then
like a?
Is he wearing the Moon Knight
Costume?
costume?
No,
No, it's just
So your roommate's just a schizophrenic murderer.
I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you catch him in the Moon Knight costume, but then that would just like be even more confusing. Because it's
it
like
just all starts out he doesn't tell you, and you think he's a rapid cosplayer.
Basically, that's bad and all, but personally, in my opinion, I think Solomon Grundy from Batman would be terrible to be a roommate with.
I don't know this guy either.
Okay,
okay.
basically,
all right, let's give him the rundown.
he's this guy from Batman, and he's this big like
He's like
zombie troll like thing that lives in a swamp.
yeah, imagine
What?
Hulk, but he's from the swamp.
Yeah,
He's basically
he
Hulk.
looks
but,
like an old man too.
but he's basically.
Is this in any of the movies? Like,
It's in
It's in a couple TV
it's
shows.
TV shows, games.
But yeah, he doesn't really make a big appearance. He's kind of a side character that's a little boring.
He
But
basically just think about it. You come in. Well, I don't know why you would ever want to roommate with him in the first place. You see this giant
On each
swamp zombie guy, and then he smells awful.
so bad.
Imagine what his room would look like.
Because he does
Oh my
smell like
how
a
big is this guy? Is he the size of the Hulk?
Yes,
Close,
maybe bigger.
depending. No, well, it depends. Sometimes he's just a big dude, and then sometimes he's the Hulk.
Okay, wait. Another.
But if he's Hulk-sized, he also smells like a rotting corpse.
I'm pretty sure
And
he's
he's
also like clinically not all there. You
Yeah,
know?
because
like,
his
he has a
name's-
lower
yeah.
IQ than like a
He is
child.
Yeah,
He's very dumb.
he's so that is a good. That's a good thing. You can get him to do whatever you want, really.
Okay, but
Whatever
He,
you want.
he listens to basically any that's why he follows like the Riddler or whatever.
That's
Sometimes
that's kind of why he's
because the
a
Riddler
bad
he's,
guy.
he's like, oh, the Riddler's smart. I'm follow this guy. He helps me, but like everybody does him dirty all the time. He eventually becomes like somewhat smart and becomes like a mob boss. Like sometimes, yeah, he literally like runs the mob after like Falcone dies or whatever in some runs.
What? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
and he like goes against the Riddler because Riddler usually is against him. They're usually using him, but
Everything. Think about it. He would
What?
leave his room, a giant mud trail. He doesn't change clothes. He wears the exact same raggedy suit all the time. Imagine like he wants something to eat. I don't think he eats normal food. What do
he
you
eats
think?
garbage. I
but
think
yeah,
most of
he
the
eats
time
garbage, doesn't he?
because he doesn't care. Like he's a pretty big dumpster diver.
He's also like covered in like knives and stuff because he's been stabbed in the back and stuff so many times.
yeah, he just doesn't feel pain.
Yeah, he's literally just a corpse.
how big is this apartment? Like,
That's the
depending on
This is a
depending
small
on who you
Manhattan
pick,
flat.
does it change the size of the apartment?
No, it's all the same apartment. It's just a 2-room, 1 bathroom. The kitchen and living room are like
the same
almost the
space.
same
What
space.
happens if I pick like Galactic?
Galactus?
Galactus?
Yeah.
I
He
think
can
you'd
shrink
have to
himself. Well, yeah, he
pass
can
on that
shrink
because
He can shrink himself. I don't think
Does
he
can
want.
he?
I don't think you want to. Like
Well,
his buddy Silver Surfer comes over and destroys your entire apartment.
Imagine the bathroom with Solomon Grundy though. Just like
Well, he wouldn't need it. Do you think he'd ever go in there?
yeah, but he's like I bet he does a
probably just,
monkey
like-
see monkey do type of thing. He'll see you go to the bathroom and be like, oh, he going to the bathroom? I need the bathroom
Yeah, but
too.
what would he do in there?
Break
break everything, cover it in sludge.
There wouldn't be a
Covered in
single
slop.
thing in the apartment that wasn't broken. Like, this
or
guy's
dirty,
huge.
or dirty, or like stinky. He's like, ugh.
This is way
And he is
worse than
Hulk-sized.
Moon Knight. This
So-
is way worse than Moon Knight.
So Moon Knight, you have this mentally insane, possibly psycho mercenary in your house.
But he's paying rent and he doesn't.
But he pays
for,
rent.
yeah, for Moon
Grundy
Knight,
won't pay
it's
rent.
it's embarrassing, but he pays the rent.
Yeah.
With Solomon Grundy, he just kind of destroys everything, and like, I don't know, when you ask him for like compensation for living there, he just brings you like a dead raccoon.
But think about it. I
And
think,
he's also going to destroy the whole. Like, depending the size.
you think he'd be friendly?
Yeah, he's always friendly.
He's friendly until the Riddler tells him to do something bad.
Until
that's because he's basically a
until he
toddler.
gets.
That's what he is. He's a follower.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's good. That's the good thing.
But there's too
Until
many
he
bad
usually
things.
until he usually gets a little bit of
He literally
sentience, and then
he lives in a swamp. He comes out of the ground. He lives in dirt. He sleeps.
Well, now he lives in the apartment, the 2-bed.
Wait,
all you have to do
bathroom
is play the little rhyme that his
his
name's from.
room would just be. I couldn't even imagine.
Wait, so would he bring dirt from the swamp, put it in his room?
Yes,
and
he
live
would.
in
He
the
would
pub?
come in with like a giant like
Just
he
a
put
kiddie.
it all in his
He
hands.
just sleeps in a kiddie pool full of mud.
Probably. he just
Probably
laid
there's no
down.
bed, It's just a small pool with like seeping over the edges, just dirt and grime.
He would starfish in the center of his room, just covered in mud. There'd be like vines and stuff everywhere too. He's like, oh, I need to make a pretty.
It's like You're like,
As long
okay.
as he keeps it to his room, it doesn't seep into mine.
You can
That's
be like-
definitely not happening.
You can be like, okay,
Wait,
come in.
he's
you can
gonna,
live
like, He's
here.
gonna knock on your door, right through the door. Like,
He's gonna break
sorry."
everything.
You can live here as long as you're quiet. Go get your belongings. He comes back with a chunk of the ground.
And like a garbage
Just a
bag
huge
full of his
piece of
food.
the
You
earth.
better
And,
hope
like,
you
the
have one, like
swamp
a
water.
Swiffer wet jet lifetime subscription.
Yeah, you'd have, you'd have to have
You're
so
gonna
many
infinitely need to clean the
cleaning
floors.
supplies.
All right, that guy sounds terrible, but
Holy God, just I swear, say your guy. I
Say your
swear to God, just say your guy and jump in.
the Riddler. That guy would suck, wouldn't he?
I mean, maybe. I mean, he's pretty smart, but
Well, I mean,
He's a psychotic.
imagine
Exactly.
Just think about it. You're trying to go to the bathroom and you have to do like answer my 3 riddles.
everything
just hold on a second there.
every
Before you can use the washroom, you're gonna have to do my 3 riddles.
It's like the troll under the bridge.
Dude,
Dora.
it's everything.
Yeah.
Everything in the house is a Batman video game. Like
The
Mini
the
game?
things where you have to get the little question
you
mark.
have to get
Oh
the
my
little question mark
God.
from Arkham, so you have to do this like underground RC track. Or it's like it's the little mini games in the Lego Batman where like he
Oh
just
my-
takes over part of the thing as a completely riddle themed. You go into the bathroom, you can't turn the sink on. You have to like go around and solve a puzzle.
Sorry, you have to.
It's like
you
an
have to solve
escape
my
room in the
riddle.
bathroom.
But actually, I think the better Riddler would not be like the full on like Riddler. It'd be like when he's still Enigma. When he's still just that weird guy in the forensic department.
Well, what about the Riddler from the newest movie, The Batman? That would be terrible.
This is the only Riddler I know about. Like
Because he's the
every
insane
character
Reddit
we
guy.
talked about, I have no clue.
He's
I
not-
just said the Riddler. I just realized you guys talking about it. I don't know anything about the Riddler.
You don't know anything about the Riddler. But that is a good pick. But I think even the one from the movie, he's just like a Reddit dude.
He would
He-
just
okay,
be
he's
in his
just-
room
yeah,
all
he's
night
just like- he sits
on
on
the
his
dark
computer, like,
web.
Oh,
Batman.
you will never find their bodies. You're just trying to like, I don't know, talk to your mom over phone call, and she just hears from like the door. You will not find him. The government will pay for what they've done.
No, my duct tape mask isn't coming in until next week.
Imagine seeing his broadcast on the news in the living
And
room,
you're
and then you
dude.
just hear him in his room going, "Oh."
You walk in on him doing the broadcast, like you're in the background. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
Dude, did you eat?
He's like, get out of my
I
room.
labeled the food in the fridge my name.
I literally put Riddler on the thing, and you ate it on me. Come on, dude. Not cool.
No, he'd eat your food. Or no. Oh, no, he would have put a weird like anagram on
Oh,
it. Like,
yeah, he
it's like
definitely-
something spelled back. It's like do
Yeah,
not touch
yeah,
spelled
yeah.
And it would
backwards
say, like,
split
There's
around.
like,
You know, he
I
does-
didn't know it had your name on it. It was a 3-paragraph riddle.
That was
You know, how
wingdings,
you know how
bro.
he does the thing where he writes like the notes. It just says to Batman or to the Batman. And it's just like a Dora the Explorer like gift card.
Yeah,
He puts one of those inside the thing, and then you go to his room. You ate my sandwich. Did I?
Did I solve the riddle?
I gotta go solve the riddle, man.
Buddy, I know.
You
it's
know
you.
that's the whole persona thing. I'm the Riddler. Come on.
Everybody in
Deal
the
with it, buddy.
Discord says it's cool.
Yeah, everyone on my Reddit page says it's awesome. Leave me alone.
Would you think the Riddler's rich though?
It depends what one.
Was he? He was an orphan in the Batman. He was
Yeah,
a
because if
poor
it's
soul.
that one, then no, he's not rich.
If we're talking about like,
If
from,
we're
like,
talking,
old
like,
movies and
the comic, he is pretty rich. He's got all those goons.
He also he robs like a lot of
every
And he
banks
robs
every
banks
bad
all
guy
the time.
goons.
Every bad guy has goons, sure, but like he's got weird goons.
from Batman.
Yeah,
Especially.
he's got like
He's got dedicated goons. They're getting paid good. Like they're not like, oh, geez, I have to do this because I'm like in the mob, like the Joker or whatever, and I'm crazy. These guys are like, yeah, I'm
it's more of a cult than it is like
it's
set of goons.
Yeah,
like Charles
it's people
Manson
he
type of thing.
recruited from his Reddit thread. Yeah,
yeah. They're like he's like I'm gonna bomb the city tomorrow, and they're like yeah.
I'm gonna show up all wearing the same. It's a they're like cosplayers that go to conventions. It's a Riddler convention.
They all
Everybody
show
shows
up in
a duct
they
tape
all buy
mask.
the same mask, and they all show up.
Honestly,
it's the same
I don't
thing
even
with
think
Joker
he's a
ones.
redditor. He probably uses 4chan.
Oh, even worse.
Even worse.
It's all bad.
Why I think
It's all the same thing.
yeah,
but
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, but yeah,
They're the
4chaners
same.
do weird stuff like that, like
Yeah, don't-
global
no.
puzzles and stuff.
Global what?
Yeah, they do like those global AR like ultra realities.
ARGs.
Yeah, ARGs. They like solve world puzzles. And, like, they see, like, a live stream and, like, I know exactly where this is. Here's the coordinates. We're going to go take down the flag of Shia LaBeouf or
Like the
whatever.
Shia
The
LaBeouf-
Shia LaBeouf flag.
Donald Trump stream.
What?
Dude, they like triangulated his like position based on airplanes.
Who's somebody with flame powers? Because, like, I'm thinking, like, a
Human Torch.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, Human Torch, but, like, he's not always flaming on. Who's somebody who's,
Well,
like...
I mean, he has roommated with Spider-Man once, and it was, like, the worst.
I was going to say, because, like, somebody who
did? That's
burns the
hilarious.
place down all the time. Like,
He's also just, like a jerk. Like, he just...
He
throws
also
his
is
stuff
a
all
jerk.
over
He has
the place.
such a large ego. He just think like you tell him something, and be like, nope, flame on. He like blasts you
He
away.
just, he's cooking with his flame on. It'd be like the whole kitchen's on fire. Like, he's got to be
There's
the
a wall
worst.
Fire, dude.
He's got to be the worst because you're just burning everything. Everything's always broken. And then on top of that, he's he's like a jock who doesn't clean his room or anything. Which, I mean, that's probably why he's with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's probably the same way. In most adaptations, he's just a messy dude.
yeah.
He's
not
He was
there,
kind of
he's
like
busy.
that, but what's surprising is
Spider-Man shapes up.
Johnny was enough to annoy Peter Parker,
He was
who is
too
almost
much.
pretty much exactly like that. Is too busy to clean up stuff.
He's too busy. He's like, that makes him shape up. See, and then you have Human Torch. He's gonna make you see how good you are, or maybe actually see how bad you are.
He's
and,
gonna
and
try to
reform
put you.
yourself.
He's like, I'm above you, and I can do whatever I want. If you say no, I'm gonna
I'll
burn,
burn
your
the
room
house down.
I'll burn
Yeah, I
everything
have,
down.
I have Fantastic Four money, bud.
I don't have to live
Why
with
is
you.
this guy even rooming with you?
Exactly. It's why is he
Doesn't he live in like the Tony Stark Tower, but
the Fantastic Four
Fantastic
version?
Four?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked him out. They kicked him out.
He
He was too
He
messy,
was burning everything.
but he still gets the Mr. Fantastic money. So actually, he's probably paying all your rent.
He can't.
Honestly, yeah, sure. Burn
That's-
down
and
the
he's gonna hold
apartment
that
if you
against
buy
you.
A new one for me.
Yeah, he's gonna
He
hold
wouldn't
that
do
again.
that.
He wouldn't do that.
He's a
Go move
jock
back
and he's
in.
dumb and he doesn't know what
Okay,
he's
well,
doing.
if I'm rooming for him and he burns down the place, he needs a new place, and I'm staying with him, I can just leech off with this guy.
I don't think you
sound
want
awful.
to. I don't think you want to leech off him.
Once he finds out, it's over for you.
He's living with the most rude person ever. And then he's going to hold everything against you. Everything is, dude, I pay for the place. What do you
I
want?
pay for this, that
man.
means
I
your
pay
food's
for this,
mine.
man.
Exactly.
Everything you own, everything in this house is mine.
He just
Can you
burns
get
all your
can
stuff.
You get your dirty clothes out of the bathroom, man? Bro, I pay for the bathroom. Like, leave me alone. I'll do what I want.
You have fire powers. Why did you use all the hot water? Like, he's going to use all
Warm it up yourself.
Exactly.
Just put your hands in there. Ooh, there you go. All warm.
Everything's just always on fire.
Oh my
The
god.
place is always
Imagine
freezing.
the
The place is
smell.
always
Side tangent,
freezing.
Do you think, since he's like a fire person, yeah, like he needs more heat to actually start feeling it?
Yeah. He obviously,
Oh my
he's
God.
flame
Like,
resistant.
he
Like, he's
cr-
obviously
like
not
he
burning himself
cranks-
alive.
Like, he has to crank
feel
the
it at all.
shower.
He wouldn't feel it at all. Even at the hottest.
No,
temperature.
I remember in the movie, he almost got as hot as the sun, I think. Something like that.
That's what they talk about. They
he,
talk about,
he
yeah.
was in like this metal
He's
chamber.
completely flame
a
resistant.
hot
Like, he
shower's
can't
not
be
doing
burned.
anything
He
to
can't be
him.
burned.
So yeah, you go in there. You don't even need it. You can't feel it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
but-
you used all the hot water. There's no difference from like the
But I,
temp.
but I wanted the water. I
Wanted it
needed
warm.
I wanted it slightly.
This guy don't even need to shower. He
less
turns
hot.
on. He goes flame on for a
Sterilize
second.
himself,
Yeah,
basically.
sterilize
sterilize
Yeah, he
himself with
sterilizes
the
himself.
flames.
But he's just that guy. He's that guy to just use it all up.
Dude, there'd
Just
be
because he
ashes
can.
everywhere. Everything.
Honestly,
Everything would be
the
burned.
ground
Oh,
would be
dude,
black.
the shower, the tub part of it is just charred because he like just
Everywhere's in
randomly
the house
ignites
is
full-
charred.
Flames on in
He's
the
just
shower.
bored. He's like laying in the bathtub just for no
this
reason.
guy's
He's like,
probably having
"Huh?
a bad
Flame
dream,
on!"
and all of a sudden the whole place is on fire.
Yeah, he's like having a nightmare, and then he comes into your room. Can I sleep in here the night? I may have
No.
burnt my bed.
No,
Sleep
buddy.
on a couch. He's like,
No.
We don't have a couch.
I burnt it.
We don't have a couch. I burnt that too.
He's definitely just like flying out of a window at any time. Oh, Josh, Fantastic Four need me. I'm late. And then he just flies out the window, flies out the side of the building,
You're like, oh
Yeah.
man.
just crashes through the wall.
We literally just got that wall fixed.
The common cliche. "Oh, I just fixed that.
The thing
He
is,
just
he's
calmly breaks the thing.
indestructible. If he's indestructible, he'd be going through the ceiling. He'd be like, oh.
Yeah, but let's just say you're living in an apartment. He's going through everybody else's house.
Exactly. He'd
Oh
be
my
nuisance to
God.
everyone.
There's no way he's letting him
Imagine
live
the
there. Landlord's
smoke.
not letting
The
him.
roof would be, it'd just be smoke everywhere.
Yeah, you
Dude,
better
you
hope
could-
you're on the top
you
floor
would
with
die.
like a.
You also could not go anywhere because all of your clothes would just smell like fire.
I don't believe
Does he
this
make
guy would
smoke,
even
though,
be allowed to be in the building.
And like fire is not a very good smell on like clothes.
In the movies, he's kind of tamed, but like in the comics, oh my gosh,
Yeah, he's
terrible.
Yeah, once again, I know nothing about anything that's not from the movie.
Just you could just say that he's just kind of, just imagine it.
a big jerk.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to
Annoying.
understand.
like imagine
He's the brash guy.
he's basically what happens when you let your kid grow up on an iPad and give them everything.
Basically, and then you also let them combust at will.
Well, yeah, because that's what Mr. Fantastic did. He wanted something. Oh, I got the money. Get him it.
Think
Like
so?
he just tells him, okay, now I'm gonna teach you how to use your powers. Just lets him like light everything on fire all the time. I could fix it.
Well, everything's
Don't
probably
worry.
fire resistant
And-
at like the
and-
Fantastic Four building.
His
Well, yes,
room's probably fire.
but-
resistant.
Like everything's fire resistant. Everything's like super durable. Like it's a professional lab. Everything's probably fire resistant.
You know what isn't a professional lab? Your house.
A midtown apartment
in
An
Manhattan.
apartment
in Manhattan. Spider-Man's house.
Imagine it was here in New Brunswick. Oh, that'd be awful. We're like, what?
Well, I think what you do is you get him to heat your house for you in the winter.
Heat your house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can just flame on a bit in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna do anything for you?
He's gonna heat your house in the winter.
Do you think
You
he
gotta
gets
trick
cold?
him to do it. He's not
He's
the
like-
smartest
He
fella.
can cook your food for you.
He's also not.
You don't
like-
need to pay.
Yeah, he's gonna hit with he was gonna hit with the power of the sun and just like scorch everything.
There's so many amenities you could kick
Horrible.
in.
He could do that if he was a nice person, but he's not. He's gonna burn everything.
Obviously, he's like,
The problem
I
is,
gotta protect the innocent. But then, like, he's just like, yeah, well, now that I've saved your life, I'm not gonna do anything else for you. So, like, what if, like, someone attacks your house, though? That'd be pretty.
yeah, he's also a hero though. So you're also just a normal guy in this
You gotta
universe.
remember, he is a hero, so he's not all bad.
So like Doctor Doom just shows up at your house.
Like, I feel like with Grundy over the Human Torch, because Grundy could just come in and be
Grundy,
like,
you can clean.
I have treats for you if you kill your roommate and come with me. And he'd probably be like, okay.
Corn dogs. Oh, you should have started with that.
Well, like, Johnny would just kind of be like, well, you're like a bad guy, so
I'm gonna burn this whole
I might
apartment
have to
complex.
burn you.
But the whole big problem is since he's such a fire hazard, you have to get somebody to be your landlord. Like you have to convince somebody to let him room there.
You would have to be like, okay, so I have this guy who wants to room with me.
But he spontaneously combusts at will.
He has the ability to spontaneously combust at will, and he will burn the house down.
You're gonna have to find a place that allows any type of pet.
Any type of pet. Because if they're okay with the dog, they're obviously okay
It's
with
like-
somebody with
it's
the
like-
power of the sun.
If they're not okay with the dog, they're not okay with the guy with the power of the sun.
You just go up to your landlord. You're like, okay, this house looks nice.
Can I have a
but
dog?
He
you
looks
say
like smoke.
you say no. You say no
Smoking
pets.
loud.
But how about spontaneous combustion? Is
I
that
harness the
like-
power of the sun in here.
like you say?
And
you
are
say
you okay with smoke?
you say no smoking, but does spontaneously combusting into flames count as smoking?
Does burning furniture and carpet? Oh, what if the whole place is carpeted?
Oh no!
Oh
Then
my
you just have like
goodness.
singes in the
It
carpet the
melts
entire time.
carpet and
Yeah,
like
it's just
smoke, like
footprints everywhere.
plastic smoke. Just
Everything
all
has to
over
be
the
made
place.
out of like concrete or something.
Everything. The whole.
He'd have to live in like a parking garage.
Yeah, I was about to say you have to live in an underground parking garage. The sprinkler system's there, air ventilation's there, everything's.
That's not saving you, bro. No, the sprinkler system.
It's all concrete. It's thick concrete. You got the foundations. Like, it might be the only place where you can be a roommate with the Human Torch.
I don't know why you even would. At first you'd think, oh, this is cool. He's a superhero. Wait, never mind.
Oh, but he's sucks
awful.
when he's not a superhero. When he's not doing stuff for other people, he sucks.
I
Going
think he
back,
sucks as a superhero too. It's
Yeah.
not much he can. Oh, sorry. Can you save me from this building? I'm on top. He's like, I can't carry
Well,
you.
I mean, I could, but if I carry you, you'll get third-degree burns.
Like, I can't save you. I'm sorry.
It's like if you want me to fly us out of
Like,
here,
what does he even do?
I can
Like,
fight
just
the bad
realized,
guy. Like,
How,
Yeah, no,
how does
his
he
main-
save people?
His main task is
Fight,
Fight
the bad guy. Fight the bad
everyone
guy.
else will save the other.
that's
people.
literally
Mr.
all that
Fantastics is the trampoline. Then you have like the force field of the Invisible Woman, and like the
happens. Anything
thing.
that falls over
Like
the thing carries.
he's like the true
He
DPS.
He's the damage
break,
dealer.
Kill the bad guys.
That's all he's good for, and that's all he's doing to your apartment.
Really think about it. Going back to the part where you're like, oh, he can cook for me. You can just like feel his ego by saying, oh, you'd be so cool if you made my food for me.
Or
within
test
4
his
hours."
ego and be like, could you really cook a good
Yeah,
meal?
there you
Yeah,
go.
you could do
Your
that kind of
plans?"
thing.
And he'd be like, yeah, I could do anything.
Gotta work a couple times, maybe not every day.
Event-
That would,
Yeah,
that
don't
would
do
work with the
every
Riddler
day.
too, though. That would work with the Riddler. You could also test
Yeah,
the
you
Riddler's
could just-
ego.
You could just like make a riddle for him that involves cooking and doing the chores and
And
stuff.
be like,
and
can
he'll
you
do it.
solve my riddle? And he's
generate
like, yeah,
on
this is
ChatGPT.
easy.
It's just a question written on
This is an
dust
easy
on the
riddle. I
floor.
can do this right now.
This is so easy. How are you? You're testing me with this child's play.
There's like random braille. You think you've made braille on all the dusted surfaces, so he has to go around. It's like, oh yeah, you might as well clean it.
I made a new language out of the dust. Can you like figure it out?
Here, you have to collect all the dust sediments in this room, and then
Why
when
is
you put
there-
it together.
Dude, I can literally see the powder all over the kitchen supplies. What are you? This is an easy riddle.
You want me to do it for free? Really? Oh, this is awesome.
Bro, I can see the fingerprints. Come on.
Well, Grundy, you can just tell him, make me food. He'll try to, but it'll just be
Well,
like.
it's probably just destroy
Is the
you.
Riddler
So-
smart or like?
Yes,
Well,
but
he
he's
has
also
to-
super naive.
He's super
Yeah.
smart, but like, he's very easy to like.
He's also very easily to fool at the same time, because he's such an overthinker.
He's so confident
Mhm.
and overthinks.
So when you have a genius like Batman, it comes through and like, oh, well. So you have to be somebody who's smart enough. Then again, you have to be somebody who's smart enough for all of these people,
True.
which we are not Batmans. Which is the problem.
So, what do you guys think is the worst out of the four?
Moon Knight, you have a crazy,
Honestly-
psychotic killer and weirdo in your building.
And a taxi driver.
From
a
everything,
taxi driver,
from
look at
everything
that.
else we've been talking about, a couple locks on the kitchen cabinets isn't that bad.
But he's also like gonna swap out of personalities sometimes.
But
and
he's
all his other
uncomparable.
personalities usually aren't very nice.
Combustion guy.
Yeah, Human Torch, he's gonna burn a lot of stuff. Let's see. Grundy's dirty and breaks stuff, but is that bad? You can clean that.
You want to clean after
I
all
think the
that.
personality of both the Riddler and Human Torch make them the worst.
yeah.
Also, Human Torch breaks a lot of stuff. He's gonna be burning everything down. It's gonna
He
be
just
impossible.
worsen breaks.
Like your credit rating's gonna go down so hard. But the Riddler's gonna be like renovating your house every day to make a new
Yeah,
amusement park
he's
or
just
trap in your house.
You're just gonna fill your living room with like the red wool, like yarn lines to be like,
Eventually,
I almost got
eventually
Batman.
will just end up crashing through your window. Like,
Exactly, and then
He's
what?
gonna
Batman's
interrogate
come
you. He's
to your
gonna
house?
snap your leg and be like, "Where is he?" You're like,
oh yeah, you have to worry about
You have to
that.
worry about being in the
Batman's gonna
Batman
break your
universe.
spine and then ask, "Where's the Riddler at?"
You can be like,
Yeah, you have to worry about
He'll be
the
paralyzed,
Riddler
though.
basically like forcing Batman on you, you know, because he's gonna find out.
You're the
He's
number
gonna-
one suspect for Batman to go after.
Exactly.
So now it's less of you have the worst roommate as Riddler, and more of you have to deal with
You have to
Batman
deal with
as your
him.
landlord.
You have to
basically,
deal with him and Batman at the same
your
time.
eviction
As soon as
notice
he
dealt
finds
by
out where you
Batman.
live, you're done for. It's like
He's never walking again.
He's gonna break all your bones in your body. You're like, "Where is he?" You're like, "Oh," you'll be crying. You're like, "I don't know."
He's literally
the
down
physical
hall,
ruin
man.
of being with the Riddler and the
He sh-
financial ruin
He
of
shatters all of your bones. Where is he? He's literally down the hall, man.
down the hall and to the left.
You didn't look around before you did
You
this.
just busted in on the couch.
Both of my legs are nothing. I
Could've
will
just
never
asked
walk
me.
again.
You could have just asked, man. He's down the hall to the left. No, the next door, the second left. That's the bathroom. Next one. it's just
Don't mind
Oh,
the giant
Batman.
green question marks all over the walls.
instead of picture frames with
They
family,
glow
it's,
in the dark too.
it's glowing in the dark like blood red.
That would be
question
kind of
marks.
cool though. Think about it. Imagine walking down.
What a
The
horror!
hall.
What a horror show that would
You're like
be.
scrubbing it off the wall. And he's
No.
like, come on, I paid like $40 for that glow in the dark
It,
paint.
it would be bad and cool at the same time. Because imagine you're going to go get a glass of water, just like your entire house is lit up by like green like question marks. I mean, sure, it's kind of freaky, but like you still don't gotta.
So
pay
is
for
that the
electric.
positive?
That's
Does that,
like
is that positive beating out
I
being
would- Is that
enough
destroyed
to-
by Batman?
No,
And like
absolutely not.
your house being renovated into
But it's like-
weird Riddler traps all the time.
That's one kind of positive.
I think it's
Maybe
honestly
paying
between him and the swamp guy.
really as being the worst roommates.
Between
I think
Grundy and
Grundy's
Riddler.
gonna be the worst roommate.
The problem with Grundy is he's not gonna pay rent.
True, but I mean,
You're in Manhattan nowadays in this kind of time of year.
Yeah.
gotta pay Gotham. Gotham, property taxes going up.
No, you would be living in Gotham
Mhm.
because if you're with them, they're not gonna move. It's Gotham. It's the biggest like criminal enterprise city ever.
Yeah, he's got to be
That's how
there.
they make. Wait, he doesn't care.
Grundy technically, like, okay, so depending the Grundy, he's paying rent. Depending if he's the one running the mob. But I don't think it is.
I'm
This,
thinking
this,
Jack
this is
Grundy is also a mob boss.
I'm thinking about the one from Injustice.
Oh, yeah, that adds a whole. Other
just
giant
that's just fresh Grundy. That Grundy's just fresh Grundy. He's just the Hulk basically.
Yeah, and dumb.
Yeah. So I don't think you want him as a roommate. He's also really big, so he's not gonna fit anywhere.
His shoulders are gonna smash through every single
Smash
like,
through every door. So that's probably worse than having your house semi-burned.
Yeah.
Just there's holes in the walls everywhere.
He's gonna like end up
All your
walking
furniture's
through, like,
crushed.
he's gonna walk through a wall to the neighbors. It's gonna be like, you know how awkward that's gonna be. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't tame my toddler. That's the size of.
I didn't tame my 2-ton
You're
toddler.
just gonna be the father for this guy, like.
Hey, you're gonna be fathering. him.
Oh
That
no!
suck.
You have to like. Oh goodness, that actually might be worse.
Come on, Grundy. It's like,
Come here. It's like teaching a small child.
You throw him like a rotten banana peel.
Small
Oh, my
child that'll
goodness.
destroy everything in your home and like you have to clean every.
He's
single
like, I want
day.
water.
So what do we
And
think?
You give him a glass.
He
of
drinks
water.
the bathtub, like he drinks swamp water.
It's sounding like Grundy's.
Grundy might be the worst.
Yeah, I might have
Now
to
that
go
we've rated
Grundy.
it, he might be the worst.
Yeah.
Beating out, he's still putting you in financial and physical ruin. Because I don't know, he's gonna turn on you. He always turns on whoever he's come to.
Also,
so
so what if he like pays rent? You're gonna be paying more for like all the repairs because everything's gonna break.
Yeah.
You could probably pay for those. But still, you have to have like your house is broken all the time. You got to deal with that. That's a problem. Go in. Oh, now you have to call the plumber again.
And it's raining.
He
You could
sat on the
never- You
toilet.
could never bring a girl over with this guy.
You have a girlfriend? Ooh.
Oh, that completely ruins your social.
No,
life.
because he's such infatuated by women.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we ever go to your place? It's like.
You don't wanna go.
They're usually the ones brain controlling, like mind controlling him,
Are
basically.
you sure? Like Poison Ivy, he was like, oh my.
It's
God.
basically it's like basically anyone. He's just
Any
like
girl is like, lady.
This is the type of guy
Often
that
Poison
doesn't
Ivy,
allow
yeah.
you to bring a girl, but he.
He really wants you to.
No, but
what?
yeah.
No,
Okay.
you can't. But maybe.
So Grundy's the worst.
I think Grundy might
Yeah,
be the
I think
worst.
Grundy's the
I think
worst.
we're under the opinion that Grundy is the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
Riddler second place.
Grundy's awful. And
Riddler is second
We're
because
the
of
Riddler
Batman.
second, then
Human
the fire
Torch,
guy, and
and
then
then-
Moon Knight.
And then Moon Knight. Moon Knight, I get okay. We've ranked Moon Knight as an okay, but
Honestly,
paranoid roommate. We've gone from
A third of the
he's
time
probably
he's a cool guy.
a third of the time he's a cool guy.
When all the others
There's a
are
1 in 3 chance
not
he's a
at
cool
all.
guy.
And 1 in 3 chance, either he kills you, he's way too paranoid, or he's just a chill guy who low key doesn't care.
That is scared of his reflection.
That's scared of his reflection. On that note, I've been Thomas,
I've been Hayden.
I've been Ron.
and I bet Evan.
and this has been an episode of Opening Pandora's Box Office. We'll see you next time.
Where's the hold on?
Can I? Never mind.
Yo, can you hold this?
I hate
gotta
how I
find a holder.
introduced my part so much. Dude, I was having such a brain fart. I was gonna say something about him paying rent but still being worse than the other guy, but then I just had a brain
You don't
fart.
think so?
What?
You don't think that's worse?
What?
I don't know.
I think the Riddler
You think
is
the
worse
Riddler's
than
worse than Grundy?
the Glob guy.
Are you insane?
But all,
What are you talking about? He's a walking corpse that sounds like garbage and swamp
dude,
water.
what an annoyance the Riddler would be. Oh my god.
Annoyance versus physical annoyance. What do you think is worse? Your brain
Well,
melting
is
or
he,
your
is he a
body
nice
being...
guy? Is he a nice guy?
Solomon Grundy? He's a toddler. Of course he's gonna be nice.
All right, perfect. We can like
somebody everybody gets
we
along
can
with.
settle it somehow.
Yeah, okay. He's like, Solomon, you gotta listen to me. He's like, okay.
You just give him like animal crackers and he's fine.
Animal crackers, dude. He eats garbage. Maybe if they're rotten.
I got leftover.
He's like the Grinch.
You
He
know,
like eat,
chicken.
like onions and
Rotten
grass.
dino nuggies and he's fine.